Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for joining today. Today we're talking to Denzel Mensah, who is, he's got a YouTube channel, Denzel Mensah, as well as a life and personal development coach. He's an ENFJ. So let's get into talking about what it means to be an ENFJ, some of the relationship quirks, I suppose, with INFPs, and how you can better yourself.
What's up, man? Yo, it's actually an honor to be on here. Because I watched you all the time, I already told you. And then us both being in profiler training on Personality Hacker and everything, I saw you. It's like, yo, he's in my class. Like, I don't know. It's like up here, down here. I mean, not to like self-deprecate, but it's just like, whoa, like that's Matt. Like, and I don't know. Yeah, so it's pretty cool, and yeah, like I said, I've been watching your content for a while.
So can you just give us like a run through of what is an ENFJ from your perspective? Like, what is that personality type about?
Okay, the ENFJ, I'd say they're kind of like the guardian angels of the world. That's the way that I guess I could describe it, at least from my perspective. A lot of times people describe them for us as conforming to society. And I think that does happen sometimes. But I think the healthier ones, they're usually actually like ahead of society. And they're cultivating and creating society. I think that people often get a very one-dimensional, maybe even two-dimensional understanding of what FE is. Oh, it's just being nice and manners and giving people what they want. And it's like, that's like a very, very, very basic usage of FE. But when you're like using at a very high level, that's literally what Martin Luther King Jr. used to try to get societies and different cultures to work together and, you know, have harmony despite whatever their differences were. And he cast that vision. I personally believe that he was a well-developed ENFJ, although a lot of sites say INFJ. Me looking at his life, I do believe that he's an ENFJ, though, as well as Nelson Mandela, who did a very similar thing. And I think that an ENFJ, like at their best, that's kind of what they're doing. They're observing society. They're observing how everybody interacts with each other. And then their introvert intuition, their second function or auxiliary function, is gathering the patterns of that and noticing like, okay, I'm seeing that whenever people interact in this way, good results. Whenever people interact in this way, bad results. And you just keep on registering that more and more and more until it gets to a point where it's like, it's not just single people anymore, but now you have groups, and then you have communities, and then you have whole societies. And before you know it, you're like learning, like, and you're trying to help reprogram and reconstruct society as you know it. Like, this is how I believe society should be structured and how we should be interacting with each other for the best results on having group harmony. And group harmony doesn't always mean just like kumbaya, but it also doesn't mean like tolerance of each other either. It means being on the same page. That's how I see it, despite whatever differences you guys might have. And so for an ENFJ, again, I feel like if they're operating at their best, one of the biggest things they have is they're thinking so far ahead about how they want society to look like. They have a vision for how they believe society should look like. And then by the time that society actually catches up with that vision, they've already thought ahead again about like, okay, these are some better, because all we're constantly doing is thinking about better ways for humans to interact with each other so that we can have harmony. And so, yeah, I think that that's one of like the biggest things that would define an ENFJ.